All right, everybody. This is DJ Blazin coming at you live. And right now, this exclusive interview, I'm with a friend. And I'm talking about not only a friend, but a brother. A man that will destroy you. My trainer, my mentor, and the guy that just keeps on getting it because he is the bona fide killer of Harlan County. And I'm talking about Stephen Underdawg Coots. Stephen Underdawg Coots. What's going on, man? Where'd you been at?
Man, I've been living down in North Carolina, man. I left with the Army, been living down there, and then I moved back here.
Wait, why didn't you take me to North Carolina with you? You know, man, on the road
No,
stuff.
I tried, and just like back with the whole wrestling, I had that video that I sent out there, and we just never got a chance to do it. You would have loved it down there, man.
See, man.
Beaches, nice, beautiful beaches, nice looking females. Oh, man.
See, man, this is why, well, I'm not going to say nothing, but I'm a Florida guy, so I mean.
Hey, me too. I used to live there, too.
Wait, what part of Florida did you live in?
I lived in Hampton. It's in northern Florida.
Hampton? Oh,
Near
okay.
Gainesville and Jacksonville.
Well, you know, DJ Blazin myself, I'm from Miami, the big 305, man. You already know.
And I'm Underdawg 606 from the 606.
Hey, man, hey, when you get a chance, check out Poncho's 606 song. Man, that was bars. I'm fresh. But speaking of fresh, I see you got a good, and you're bouncing back and getting a fresh start and everything. So let's talk about one thing. Now we know Cumberland High School. Cumberland High School was the best high school in Harlan County. I mean,
yeah, Redskin pride, baby.
Hey, can't nobody beat Cumberland High School.
Can't stop that chop.
Yeah, you had Cumberland, Cawood, and Evarts, and those schools would get on it, especially with football, basketball.
Oh, I know. I played football at Cumberland.
Wait, what position?
Oh, I played everywhere for a middle linebacker and some defensive end.
Oh, wait.
Sometimes on the offensive line, but mainly defense.
Wait. Tell me, did you do a Goldberg spear or a tackle?
Oh, I've done Goldberg spears and tackles every game.
Oh, see, you my bro. You are the man. But let's get into these questions before we get out the way, before I get myself out the way. What did you like about Cumberland High School, and why do you miss it?
What I liked about Cumberland High School was I liked the way it ran there, and it was a smaller school. Everybody knew everybody. It was, I shared my first time playing high school football, there, and I played it for the younger grades, but, it's nothing like the Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
I liked the women there. It was a new experience for me. I didn't know half the people in that school because, they had pretty much the only ones I knew were the ones that were a year ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I liked how relaxed and chilled it was. The cafeteria had better food. The JROTC was a lot more fun. And what I missed about it is I missed the rivalry that we had with all of the other schools. And I mean, on game day, whenever we played against somebody from the county, I mean, we would literally send stuff to each other's schools talking trash for the pep rallies. And, I just missed the friends that I had there, and I missed everything about it. I miss being a Redskin, definitely.
And I will say, one thing I will mention about Cumberland High School is that, man, you would literally constantly see a fight almost every day.
Yeah, tell me about it. I spent my whole freshman year an alternative from fighting.
Okay, but this is a bonus question, but, did you get in a fight with anybody, or did you like a fight personally?
I'm sorry.
At the Cumberland High School, did you get in a fight, or did you?
Oh yeah, I got in tons of fights at Cumberland High School. My freshman year, everybody left me alone after that.
Was you a street fighter, a hardcore fighter?
I fight just the way you know I do, man. Anytime, any place, anywhere, it does not matter.
Oh, I like your style, man. But let's move on here. In your opinion, why did Cumberland, Evarts, and Cawood High School close down?
I think it was the educational board there. They thought they would, honestly, I think it would save them more money to consolidate us, and I think it was done in the wrong reason, but also with good reasons. I think the big part about it was to save money for the county.
Yeah.
But if they brought all of us together, they would have a bigger money pool to bring in more programs and more opportunities. And, you know, even though Cumberland High School we had good maintenance and janitorial staff, they kept the school running good. I've heard rumors that, you know, Cawood and Evarts school was in worse shape than ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, okay, my real poncho drove by Evarts High School, and pretty much there was nothing left of it.
Well, you know, it kills me now. I've actually snuck into the Cumberland High School since it shut down, and our own community has destroyed that place. And all the memories I've had there, if you remember, we had different teachers there than the new school. Not all of the Cumberland teachers followed over. And, you know, it was Cumberland and the new school was complete difference.
Yeah. And did you know that the college, Southeast College, was actually supposed to make that Southeast dorm rooms or whatever?
Yeah, but I'm not going to be mean here. But I'm going to be honest. I think that, especially with the new change in management at the Southeast Community College, they can't keep nothing good. I mean, dude, they can't even, you know, keep the numbers up and students wanting to come to the college now. So.
And do you know that I heard a rumor that Cumberland, Evarts, and Cawood Elementary School was supposed to combine into a big elementary school?
No, I haven't heard that. I think that there's separate money for that because, as you know, the state pays the public schools.
Yeah, but if they do that,
where are they going to put it?
Yeah, and plus our education will be done here. The only choice you have is either Harlan County, Harlan, or somewhere else.
Yeah, I heard even Victory Road folded, so you don't even have that option.
Exactly, ain't that the truth?
And before we move on to the next question, even I was considering transferring to Letcher County Central when they consolidated the new school.
Okay, yeah, did not know that. But compare Harlan County High School to Cumberland High School.
Harlan County High School, there's a lot of good I can say about it, but to compare them, it's kind of hard for me to do that comparison because you remember me being sort of a rebellious and outlaw even at Cumberland. I still was that way at the new school, and just because they added cops didn't stop me, and because they added more cameras, I still did what I was going to do.
Yeah.
But the food at Cumberland High School was better. That was one of the pluses of Cumberland. Doing the sports for Cumberland was, in my opinion, more fun. But those are all pros for Cumberland. I might add a few pros to Harlan County. The Army JROTC system, we got to do a lot more at the Harlan County High School.
Okay.
And there was definitely more females to choose from. And, you know, I can't really talk too good about Harlan County because, see, they've got a lot of stuff now that they didn't get till after we left. The new stadium, even the JROTC got an obstacle course.
Yeah. And did you know that school was actually supposed to be open in 2011?
It was supposed to be open there?
It was
so they
supposed
sent us there like 2 years before.
And did you know on the first, well, I'm pretty sure you remember, but after the first day, we ended up closing for like a week or two?
I do remember that, actually. And I remember now that you brought that up, my grade, I graduated in 2010. We were actually supposed to be the last graduating class of Cumberland.
Oh, really?
See, you would have graduated in 2011. You would have been the first at the new school.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. But the one thing that I miss about those schools is the competition and rivalry. Because we all was fighting for the same cause, but we all was getting it.
I can talk about it from being an athlete. I was actually on the new school's team, but I actually ended up quitting during the summer training because, for one, I had to get a job. And my financial situation, home life was just getting too unbearable, so I had to give it up. And that's another reason I'm thankful to Army JROTC because they bent with me. And I was actually the first color guard and Raider commander in the ROTC department at that school. And I was the first CSM. But the rivalry that we had at Cumberland was like no other. You best believe on game day we were fighting. But the one thing all teams agreed on, we hated Harlan Independent more because those were the rich kids.
Ain't that the truth? Could nobody stand Harlan? Yeah, but I mean, honestly, dude.
It's still good.
Okay, man, okay. Woo, we thought we had some technical difficulties, man, I swear. It's been a killer day, bro. But Harlan County High School, as far as competition, there really is no competition there. Like, because once everybody went to Harlan County, it's about money, again, power, and fame, and really, Cumberland basically lost out at that point.
You know, when your grade, you graduated right after me. When your grade graduated, that was the last set from all the original schools.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Which Harlan County's 2012 football team was something else. They was good, but after that, football's not been the same for Harlan County.
It's not, and neither is any of the other sports. It just
Mm-hmm.
we ain't got that rivalry build like we have with all the small schools here. And even though I think there's pros and cons of making the new school, I still think that they should have left us be.
Mm-hmm. I mean, could you imagine yourself being in a Black Bear football jersey? What would you have done? No, honestly.
It wouldn't have brought me as much pride as it did when I wore that maroon Cumberland jersey on Friday.
Oh, okay, man.
You know, like I remember we did this at Cumberland that I actually saw they didn't do at the new school. At Cumberland on game day, if it was a home game,
Mm-hmm.
you wore your home jersey and your girl wore your away jersey and vice versa. We did that at Cumberland.
Okay.
And that was cool for me because even my freshman year, I just walked in there. I had our first game was away, so I had my maroon jersey over my shoulder, and this chick just comes up and takes it from me. And I didn't see my jersey till the end of that day, but she got it back to me.
Wow. I didn't even know they... See, man, I missed out. Where was I at during this athletics and stuff, man?
They did that when you were there, too.
Man, well, I pretty much didn't play a sport except baseball, but... I mean, baseball was actually good in Cumberland High School, I'll admit. But speaking of admitting, baseball teammate of mine, and we all know him.
He was a football
Exactly.
teammate of mine, too.
And trust me, do you agree with me? He will be a true first ballot Hall of Famer. Bowser Mckinley Dunson, how did he impact your life?
You know, when I started my education,
Mm-hmm.
I actually started kindergarten here at Cumberland, and then partway through I left and went to Somerset.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Florida, and then I came back in 4th grade, left, came back in 5th grade, been here since.
Mm-hmm.
McKinley was my first friend when I moved here from 4th grade. I had the teacher, Miss Burton,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and she sat me next to him. We were in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and he was really my first friend at Cumberland, and
Mm-hmm.
we stayed friends and cool throughout the years. I had the luxury of playing football with him and even hanging out with him a few times outside of there. And
Okay.
he was just a great man, and he was so talented.
Mm-hmm.
He was seriously a Harlan County legend, and
Mhm.
he was going to make it big, but his time was cut short. But I guess God needed, a strong angel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to talk about him just for a little bit. I own that.
Definitely, yeah.
I give shout-outs to him still occasionally now.
Definitely, yeah. Go ahead, man. We got all day.
I still remember my first tackle playing football at Cumberland. It was against Evarts at homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
And coach had just sent me in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was our 7th grade year.
Mm.
And McKinley was trying to tackle this Evarts guy who had the ball, but he was too big. So McKinley was trying to pull him out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy was overpowering him, so I ran over there and I speared that guy. And I speared him so hard, it was on our sideline. I drilled him, and we rolled over almost to the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember McKinley, man. He was patting me on the back of the helmet, nice hit.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point on, I was dominating every time I got put into a game.
And see, this is the best thing about Cumberland football is you couldn't stop us on defense or offense because one, we had great defense like you, but we also had offense like running backs, wide receivers. So we was good all around.
Yeah, but our defense was always better.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I still feel like we got cheated with against New Harlan and Bell County.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's ever played those teams knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe my 7th and 8th grade year, we were the best team.
Mm-hmm.
We came close to going to the championship each time, but we always ended up settling for 3rd place.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on a second. The last Cumberland High School football game, I actually remember that. And you all lost, but pretty sure you all got cheated on that.
Against Cawood.
What was that game like? Talk to us about that.
That game, that was our last home game. It wasn't the end of our season, though.
Oh, okay.
Our season ended like a couple weeks later, but the fire wasn't really there.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we played, it was almost more of like a sad, depressed game because we're all like, this is it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing about Cawood, we slaughter them in high school. We always have.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they got us when they were New Harlan, when it came time to high school, we always killed Cawood.
Mm-hmm.
And that game, it just... Not just that one, even against Evarts, you know, that year, it wasn't the same. The rivalry wasn't as strong. It was watered down. We wasn't trying to kill each other. That was what made it great. During the game, we would all play dirty.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to hurt each other, kill each other, whatever. But after the game, you know, we got along. Especially at the swapping meetings, we'd hang out, you know. But when we played each other, it was war.
Oh, man.
But that's what it was like, and it just sucked knowing that was our last home game. And I missed, you know, the games when we would run out, we'd bust through the paper wall, and they'd shoot off the cannons that made the Redskins smoke ring. You know, it was just great.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as McKinley goes, you know, he was great. And towards the time that he passed, me and him, I was actually bugging the heck out of him. I was wanting to do music with him. He was actually on board with it. And
okay.
the last time that I saw him, you know, alive, I was at work at Touch of Country, and him and James came in there to eat. And I went out there and I got his new number.
Yeah.
And I remember my last message I sent to him before that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little impatient. I didn't realize how busy he was. And I remember saying, if you don't want to do music, just tell me. Don't lead me on. And then I got the bad news, and I remember the bad news. I was actually asleep at my home, and Raven Ison called me, and he said, dude, Mac is dead. And it took me a while to realize, because I had never called McKinley by Mac. It was always Bowser.
Exactly.
And then it set in, and it killed me. And then, you know me, I'm not a man that cries. I'm all about being tough. And when I saw him at his wake, I couldn't stop it, man. I cried like a baby, dude. And it just killed me that he didn't look the same. But, you know, I was happy to hear that he got good with God.
Oh, yeah. He.
And that same night, right after that, when I got home, that's when the incident with Dennis Brown happened. And he was dropping the M-bomb, and he was laughing and dead, N-bomb this, and just disrespecting. I gave him 3 chances to shut up, and he wouldn't. So I actually called him out to fight, and that night we met up a little after midnight at the Southeast College, and we fought for a good 45 minutes. It was a bloody fight. Both of us were bleeding bad, but let me tell you, dude, I didn't just win that fight, I destroyed him. And it was different for me, not fighting for pride. It was fighting out of the love of a friend, you know, for their honor. And I fought way harder that day. And that was the bloodiest fight I've ever been in. He used brass knuckles on me, cut me open. I got the scar on my eyebrow today, and he still couldn't stop me, man. As you know, in Cumberland, I got into fights, and then me and my friends started a fight club. We did like boxing after school and stuff like that, you know. But I have never fought like I have when I did for McKinley.
Now, you may have, if you have lost a few fights, how did you bounce back from those?
Well, you got to have the fighter's warrior mentality. You're not going to win them all. And I can honestly say that the only person to ever take the best of me was my dad. I didn't even try to fight him back. But before all of that, when I was a real little kid and I didn't know how to fight, I used to get jumped every day.
Oh, really?
All the time. They used to beat the crap out of me. And finally I got tired of it, and I started, that's how I learned to fight. And the last time that they jumped me, I got the best of them. It was 3 of them. And they left me alone.
Oh, wow.
The thing about fights, man, you know, you're not going to win them all, so you get that out of your head. My mentality on it, what makes me the way I am, is if you were to get the best of me today, I'm going to keep coming back until I'm on top.
Oh, yeah.
So if you manage to beat me, I can guarantee that's not the last time you're going to fight me.
And that's like, I mean, a shout out to Brock Lesnar. That's like Brock Lesnar. There's a few times that he's lost fights. Very few. But he's powerful, he's strong, he's athletic, he can run. And I can also say the only person I could really see Brock Lesnar losing to, if he was in his prime still, be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
In a fist fight, or are you wrestling?
Well, probably a fist fight because
I don't know how Stone Cold fights, but I know he's a good wrestler.
Yeah,
but I agree.
Yeah, that's the only person I can see with Brock Lesnar though.
You know, like Floyd Mayweather, he's an undefeated boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, boxing's different than fighting. I've done them both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could you explain a little bit about that?
I've done it all.
Oh, really?
When we used to do the MMA, UFC style stuff, we actually didn't wear gloves.
Oh,
when we
yeah.
boxed, we wore gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And boxing is just a matter of combos and stamina.
Mm.
And that's what really helps, you know,
Mm.
him stay undefeated, Floyd Mayweather.
Mm.
Stay undefeated is the fact that he's able to bob and weave until them people are too exhausted.
Yeah.
And I think that he won't fight people that can really take him. But when it comes to actual fighters, nobody stays undefeated.
Exactly.
There's always somebody bigger and better out there, so.
That's like the Undertaker, man. I mean, he lost at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but that was bull crap, and we all know it.
Yeah, exactly.
The WWE's kissing Brock's tail.
But why is music important to you, speaking of that?
Music has always been a thing of mine since I was a little kid. I've had a very, very traumatic and rough life, and you know, I don't really talk about my emotions to people. I can't just sit down and talk to you about things, but music was always a way for me to express myself. And music is such a powerful feeling. You know, you can't see it. Mm-hmm. You can't pick it up, but you can feel it from the floor to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and finally, what do you see in your future, man?
Gonna lose this weight, get back in the United States Army, and I'm gonna become a United States Army Ranger. I'm gonna get the airborne tab, an airborne ranger. And then after that, I'm gonna fight tons of battles for this country. I'm gonna move on to special forces, and I'm gonna dedicate my whole life to it.
Ooh, man, you hit me right in the heart.
And because I love my country, and I love my people, and I love my son, and that's another thing. I'm gonna be a great dad. I'm gonna give my son the life I never had.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely.
And I want to throw this too, and I want to be a better servant to God.
Hey, that's true. Well, man, good luck in your future, man. It's good talking to you.
You too, brother.
All right.